Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video we are kind of going to be doing a planners and journals and notebook lineup for quarter 2. So yeah, so we have quite a big stack. But in reality, I'm really only consistently using like 2 of these planners. So let's go right ahead and we'll start with the daily consistent stuff. All right, so this is the main planner of my system. It's also very new. I've only had this for about a week, but if you watched last week's video in my bullet journal, or was it the March plan with me? I might have gotten it confused. I had talked about wanting to move into a system like this, kind of like the Hobonichi weeks. So that's what this is. So this is the Common Planner, the 2025. It is the N1 horizontal, and it is the full year. Now this thing is chonky. I'm kind of just trialing this. I figured go big or go home. It's much easier to deal with more pages than not enough, so we just went with it. But if I am on the same pace that I was this past quarter, I think I can go down to the compact, which I'm kind of excited about. I really would like a slimmer profile. So yeah, so I have the clear cover from Sterling Ink on it, and I just attached at the back. This is Amazon, and I have a Pentel Energel in 0.5 on there. So I have combined my work and personal into one planner. So I'll kind of give you a little bit of a peek. So this is the current month, and then we have, oh, those are the dailies. So many blank pages. I don't think I'm gonna fill up all of them. And then we have like the Hobonichi style weeks. I've really been enjoying this so far. It's been nice compared to the bullet journal. I have more space, and because it's a smaller grid size, I am able to fit more tasks and stuff, so I don't have to worry as much about that compared. So I mean, it was nice that it was all on one page compared to this being on 2, but I am happy that I don't have to set it up myself, honestly. I could see what I've noticed with bullet journaling is a reason why I've switched to pre-dated planners and stuff for bullet journaling is the fact that I just can't. I start out really well making them myself, but then I get those weeks where I just don't have the time, and I get, partway through the week and I'm stressed, and it's like I wish I had this weekly, but I just didn't have the time to. So this is nice. It's set up. I just need to go in and write, which is much easier for me. And yeah, pretty much set up like a bullet journal. I still have a little bit more that I need to backfill, but some recommendation logs and my future log. But yeah, that's pretty much the main planner now. I would really, really like to get a Bujo planner cover. I kind of am hoping that maybe question mark, she will do a semi-custom, because I've come to the realization that as much as I thought I needed a like maximalist cover, like with pockets and in-depth stuff, I'm realizing that I really don't. I just want something to kind of protect it and just to be able to tuck things in. So we'll see. I also kind of like this slim profile as well, but I am putting it in my bag for work, so I'm not sure if that will be the best thing to just keep it like this, but we'll see. All right, so another kind of like mainstay like planner. I'm not using this technically every day, but I'm trying to consistently fill it up with stuff. I'm okay with backfilling a couple days in this. Is my Hobonichi cousin Avec, the surprise. I am very happy in it. I do have a lot to backfill because today is the 19th, but I know with photos and everything that I will easily be able to fill this up. So that is exciting. And yeah, I like these. These are from Lindsay Scribbles on her Patreon, and you can see I haven't really been in since the 12th, but it's just nice to see like I am in here. There's periods of time, but it'll be interesting to see how this gets filled up. So yeah, I've showed this before. I might do a quarter one flip when I get to it, but I'm debating whether I want to do like a flip of the whole book or a quarterly thing. So let me know what you would prefer. And yeah, I need to come in and fill this. I need to fill this out, but yes. All right, and kind of going along the journaling aspect of it. So this is the Leuchtturm pocket journal, and I'm kind of using this as like a Dear Diary type journaling, which I've talked about here, and I know like Lindsay Scribbles talks about it as well, but it's more just like this. I think I've talked about, I'm not sure, I don't remember. This is very much like I want to share this with people. Like I want to share it with family and friends and like really open this on the internet, whereas this is much more like free flowing, whatever I'm feeling. I'm also like answering the journal prompts, which I can open up and show because I haven't really been actually like journaling, because so this is kind of like normally what it is, like the bare minimum. I just want to come in and do the Coffee Monsters Co.'s journal prompts, but yeah, when I have time to sit down, which I haven't really recently, I really like to come in and fill it up, and I think the size is really nice and accessible. The thing with this though is I'm not sure if I'm gonna be in this size next. My plan is to kind of use this Dear Diary journaling to like explore new journals, but first, of course, right now, just trying to use up my stash. I have a good collection of these pocket notebooks, the A5 Leuchtturms. I have a couple, I have a Hobonichi. I decided to keep my Denali notebook, some Stalogies, like just different notebooks that I kind of want to explore this in. And then my goal, I have a B6 Slim notebook from Midori that I'm going to try. But it's mostly like once I am finished, once I go through my stash, the goal is for like the only purchasing when I'm getting low and that I want to continue it, and purchasing a notebook that I know is tried and true, or something that I want to test and explore. So that's the plan with this. All right. So next has also been in there for a bit. I have a lot to backfill with this. Like, it's insane. I kind of got discouraged. Yeah, I think I literally have one day in 2025. Yeah, I need to go through and backfill. So this is the 5-year Techo from Hobonichi. This is the A6 size. I was really, like, the first year, I was very into it. And the second year, I kind of was. And then the end of 2024, I spent so much time backfilling. Like, I had, like, at least a month, if not 2 months, to backfill in this. And I did it over, like, my Christmas break, like Christmas and New Year's. I literally sat there and just backfilled this, and it has really discouraged me from using this. But I have an idea. So I've been doing, on the right side, I've been like listing like the key things, which I think I'm gonna do. But I'm thinking of just doing like this list format and just writing what I did for that day instead of writing the long form paragraph. So I'm gonna give that a try and see how that goes. And if that doesn't work, honestly, I might just give up on this. Like, it's cool. I still have 2 years to go and look through, and that's really exciting. I'd love to get all 5, but if it's not serving me right now, then that's okay. So let's go with this one. I'm just gonna talk about this briefly. There isn't really much to talk about with this. This is a new case I got for my iPad mini. I was in a kawaii store in Pittsburgh, and that's that fun thing. Okay, sorry. And I got this it's for like e-readers and smaller tablets, so it fits my iPad mini perfectly with the folio type cases. So I originally had a case that came out and it had a thing for the Apple Pencil. That does not fit in here, but this like folio type case fits very nicely in here. But this is just like my iPad mini. So basically it's kind of like a testing ground as well. I have a couple digital planners that I occasionally like to test. None of them really seem to stick. I'm a pen and paper type of gal, but if I want to do that, if I want to use Notion, basically iPad mini's there. And I did post a video about like my top 5 planning apps, and I don't know, it doesn't really seem to do well. So I think we're just gonna stick with the paper and pencil planning stuff. But if you're interested, if you have any questions, feel free. All right, so the next one, I'm just going to briefly talk about this one as well. This is a newer edition. I started this in February. This is more like a memory keeping journal thing. I'm still trying to like figure out exactly how I want to set this up. It kind of has changed for every game, but it's been very interesting. I don't think that this will last. I think this is honestly how it will go. So this is, as you know, I am a hockey fan, and I really like to keep track of like how many games I've been to and like the record of them. So this was like before, so this is the whole like 24-25 season up until when I started this and kind of the record. So This is before I started this journal. And then this is the stats, like in-person records for 24-25 season. So these are the teams I have seen so far and how they've played. Then this is like the first one I tried, and I basically like to put like the starting, like the lineups. So I'll try and find like the team social media, and usually on Twitter, like they'll tweet these lineups before the game, and I'll try and write them down with their numbers. And I find it especially helpful for the other team. Like I know I follow the Sabres closely, pretty closely, so I kind of have an idea of who is like who the players are and what lines they're on, but the opposing teams, like I don't remember, and it's much easier to spot numbers, so it's nice to be able to take a look at someone and figure it out. Like this guy, Noason, this was the game that this player, Noason, number 11 for the Devils, hit Tage Thompson, and nobody responded, and I'm not gonna comment anymore else on that, but yeah. And then cool things like, hey, I like, there's just cool things I like to point out to like whoever I'm with. Like my mom has like tickets with me, so we were at this game, and so I could point out like, hey, Hughes 86 and Hughes 43, like they're brothers. There's 3 of them. The other one plays for the Canucks. They're really good players to watch out for. I also thought this was cool. So my last name is Kovacs, and this is very similar to that. And then, yeah, so just like different things that I could point out. I also like to put like their record, the final score. And I tried to like keep track of everything, and this just became, I tried it again and I kept messing up. And it was hard too, because sometimes like at the end of the period, I need to go to the bathroom usually. And so if there's like a goal at the end of the period, I'm usually walking up to the bathroom at that point. So I missed who like gets like the goal or the assist and stuff. And so this I found on Twitter, and I just printed out, and it was super nice because I didn't have to write in all the players. I could just make changes that, you know, Clifton was scratched and they switched up the lines. Yoki Haru here, Samuelson there, type of thing. This was the PWHL takeover. This, I also had a thing printed out, and I like put it in, and of course things change, which is fine. I did this one after the fact because I really wanted to have space to write down because it went to a shootout. It was the first game I've ever been to that went to a shootout, which was really cool to see. Then we tried it again at this game, and I'm pretty sure I filled this out afterwards as well. And so this was the last game I went to, and I tried a new system where I just have this, you know, open with the roster, and then after the fact, because sometimes like this stuff changes, like they'll change who gets the goal and who gets the assist. So after the fact, I will come in and highlight their name if they got a goal, dot it. So we're gonna try that. I think it's more I want to see this just to see who's on the ice, and then as a reminder of who scored, come back in later and then make notes. And then also I'm a goalie fan, so I like to see just goalie stats just out of curiosity. So kind of the goals saved and like shot attempts, I guess, and then the percentage. So I think in the back too, yeah, I have, this was the projected lineup from the previous game to the one that I went to. So I just used that, and I had to make some adjustments. It was a little too big to stick in there, so I didn't. And then the nice thing about the Rochester Americans is they have these game notes, which is super nice because then I don't have to do anything. Like I can just like circle who's starting in net, and I have all the information. It's so cool. Like you get all the game notes. I don't know if they do these at Sabres games, but I really like that. So, and it's nice having the back pocket because then I can just stick it in there. I like this size because it fits in my pocket really easily. And, you know, you can't have purses at these games. They're really strict about that. So having something that can fit in my pocket is super nice. So that's just a little hobby tangent type thing. And the last thing is something that I'm testing. So this is the B6 monthly planner from Leuchtturm. And I was using this for my 9-to-5 job originally, but I've decided that I want to switch things up and use it for my own like goals and plans and stuff. It has some nice it has some nice like overviews and trackers and stuff, and so I'm excited to give this a whirl. So if I continue using it, I'll probably make a video and talk about it, but we shall see. Oh, I'm sad he got traded. But all right. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.